guys, back with a bit of a Linux update. I've literally been using it for about 7 months now. I've now increased from 4 machines to 8 machines. That's not including my NAS. And I haven't had a single Windows machine for a good 5 months. I took the decision a couple of months after the last Linux video to actually get rid of get rid of Windows completely, expecting more things to happen with the gun level anti-cheat, which ended up not happening. We've still got that, and I can't see them games anytime soon actually be able to be used. So I think what's going to happen with that is maybe if things do keep on going the way they are, because Linux still is slowly going up, but not as fast as I thought it would do. With all the stuff with Microsoft, but Microsoft's done a bit of a turnaround on certain things, and they're actually listening to people finally. So you know, competition is good sometimes. When everyone was just using one, maybe two OSs, like maybe Apple and Windows. A lot of people moved to Apple as well as Linux, but Microsoft seems to have seen the light and slowly starting to improve the things. But we'll see. Some good things about Linux. Still very fast, very stable. Everything 90% works. I've actually moved on a couple of things. I've started using Zoom a lot. There's certain other bits and bats I've started to use that don't quite work properly. For the way I see it, for a user that basically is just using basic video editing, basic recording, surfing the web, basic office stuff, it is perfect. It will revive an old machine to actually something that is workable. I have an old Core 2 Core 2 Duo laptop, my mum's old one. It was on Windows 10 and it was woefully slow. It took 5 or 6 minutes to actually boot the machine. Had to leave it a further 10 minutes or so before I could even start using it properly. Moved it to Navarra Linux. Well, initially it was Linux Lite and it just worked like it was a brand new machine. It was so fast, but I didn't like the look of it. The GUI, as they call it, graphical user interface, really didn't look that nice. It was basically looking at a Windows 3.1 machine GUI. It's really old, no 3D icons. Everything just looked kind of flat and bland. So I moved it up to the Navarra, which it did actually take quite well. It's a little slower than what I would really like it, but maybe I can find some extra RAM for it at some point, or increase the swap drive, maybe speed that up a little bit. Put an SSD in the machine as well. That helps no end, like it does with everything else. But these are only SATA SSDs I'm putting in because I don't have any M.2 slots, which may be coming soon in the next couple of months, as I'm thinking about upgrading my game machine. It's getting a little long in the tooth. Things still work, but the Windows situation, because I'm actually on Linux, but I am going to go back to Windows on the gaming machine and on the streaming machine, is a hot take. The reason why Zoom on Linux doesn't work quite properly, and I'm on it quite often these days, about 2-3 hours a day possibly, sometimes even longer, and if I want to share my screen on Zoom, I can share it, but I can't turn the share screen off. The host has to turn it off from there. It's daft little niggles like that are really annoying me. The video editor is good, it's fine, it does the job, but if you start wanting to fiddle around with the video in any real meaning way, it just won't do it. It's just you can cut clips in, cut clips out, put thumbnails in. But when you start trying to add in words over the top of something that you've said wrong, and realise you said it wrong, and try and put like a little bit of text on the bottom, I can't work that out. I'm wanting to get into DaVinci Resolve as well, and I found, although you can get it running in Linux, I haven't been able to yet. So the Stream Machine may go back to Windows as well to see if I can get DaVinci running. If I can't get DaVinci running on Windows, I know it's the machine that can't take it and not the Linux. But definitely going to go back to Windows gaming, possibly dual boot on it, just for the certain anti-level cheat games, because I'm missing them. Just really wanting to do something out. I mean, there's thousands of games that do work, but it's just no matter how many games you can play, if there's a couple of games you want to play and can, it affects you. It starts niggling at you, and after 4 or 5 months not being able to play certain games, like I say, it's getting to me, and I just want to basically play something out, and that's the only way that I can see that I can do it. I predicted round about this time anti-cheat games would be dwindling and something would have been done, but no, that prediction was well off. I also was kind of overwhelmed with a lot of the stories on YouTube and the internet on what Windows was actually doing, especially with BitLocker. Like it was going to be compulsory. That's not the case. So you can actually go down the route of de-bloating, which I'm going to do a video on that, because my gaming machine is going back to Windows. It will be going on to Windows 11, and I'm going to go through a de-bloat, and I'll probably put that online to see how good I can actually get it. So yeah, but good things Linux. It is a good concept. It's just not quite there. It's like when the Apple Macs first came out, it wasn't as good as Windows was. I mean, again, for gaming, same sort of thing. Because most of the developers with Microsoft still holding more than 50 or 60% of the market share. Every game developer will literally just run on Windows coding. But the Proton DB on Linux solves a lot of the issues until you hit anti-cheat kernel levels where there's just nothing that can be done. I would have thought hopefully a program could have been written to allow the kernel to be read properly by the game, but nobody seems to be worried about it. Or if there is, I haven't heard anything about it, I haven't seen anything about it. I'm just wishing that someone had, because I don't really want to be going back to Windows, but for 2 machines out of the 8, I'm going to have to. But for stuff like media centre, I've got 2 media centres, one in the kitchen, one in the bedroom, and kind of my gaming machine is split as a media centre as well. Linux is absolutely perfect for it. It just literally snaps into every sort of video straight away. There's not much glitching like I was finding on Windows, but like I say, I've upgraded a lot of my machines, and I think it was a memory so I can't speak properly today. A memory, not enough RAM basically in the machines. I've upgraded a lot of the RAM on all machines, even though I've got even more. Managed to get a couple of decent deals with motherboards with a significant amount of RAM, which I've been able to split through other machines. But yeah, it's not quite there, unfortunately. Far better than what it was when I tried the Linux Channels challenge. I've been watching too much Linus lately. It's literally 2015 was the last time I went onto Linux, and it lasted 2 days at max before I went back to Windows. This time I've gone just a little over 7 months, and if it wasn't for using Zoom and missing these games, I wouldn't be going back to Linux. So it's a possibility of maybe dual booting the pair of them. And there was one more thing as well I found incredibly hard to work out on Linux was disk management. Creating partitions, USB sticks, creating ISOs. There was only one Linux that I could actually ever get to flash a USB ROM into it, and it wouldn't support any Windows flashing, which that was Pop! OS using Popsicle. Literally the only way I could make an ISO was via Popsicle, and then after I'd used the USB flash drive, if I needed to use that for anything else like a file transfer or to take it to someone else separately away from my home, I couldn't use it because the drives kept on getting locked out. I literally had to get into a Windows machine. I've got one Windows 10 machine back up and running, to literally delete the partitions and reformat them in the right format. It just wouldn't let me do it via POP no matter what I did. Even if I tried to delete the partitions, reformat them, they just remained locked no matter what. I even tried it via Ubuntu, but still no dice. A lot of the other things as well I've found recently, over the past couple of months, is when I've had to start using Terminal. I literally haven't used Terminal for 5.5, 6 months. Maybe just under that, 5 to 5.5 months. Never had to use the Terminal once. And then when I started using Zoom, started using other daft little programs, trying to get DaVinci up and running, I was hitting the Terminal for hours, and I just could not get it to work. I got Zoom working to a degree, but just not all the features are there. Not all the functions, when I do start them, they won't stop, they won't finish. It's just a little frustrating because I'm helping another person on their stream on a nightly basis, popping in through the day, checking in with them, and it's just makes it a couple of extra clicks, or where somebody else has got to do something else for me where I can't do it on, which I've liked it on my native on my own machine. Again, tried at least 8-9 different ways to install DaVinci Resolve, and not one of them worked. Like I said, I will update you when I do the Windows 11 machine on my gaming machine. That's my most powerful one. You get DaVinci Resolve working on that one, or even on this stream machine, because that's been upgraded as well. Hopefully it'll work on Windows. If not, I can look at upgrading machines, which that means I can legally go down the route of Windows 11 on 2 machines, because it'll give me 4 months before my extended period on Windows runs out. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, I still would recommend Linux for normal users. It's just when you start specialising in stuff is where things start getting a little finicky, even more finicky than what it was setting up machines in the first place. But we'll see. Anyway, I'll catch you again at some point when I start going through the Windows debloat system. I'll be putting that online. I have a couple of them videos up and ready, possibly coming in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and that's about it. So thank you very much.